Let's start with the truth that the world doesn't repeat enough. You're not late. You're not behind. You're just early. Too early for the success you crave. Too early for the recognition you deserve. Too early for the breakthrough you know is coming. But just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't. And in that gap between now and then, in that uncomfortable silence where your dreams feel far and your reality feels stuck, there lies your greatest test.
They won't teach this in schools. It's not glamorous. It doesn't trend. But patience? Patience is the real flex. It's the quiet strength that separates those who almost make it from those who actually do. Success isn't just about talent. It's not just about hustle, it's about waiting without giving up, think about that. Can you keep showing up when nothing is working? Can you keep believing when the results are invisible? Can you keep planting seeds, knowing the harvest might come months or even years from now? Most people can't. Most people want instant. Most people want now. But the ones who make history, the ones who change their lives, their families' lives, and sometimes the world, they mastered the art of waiting, not passively.
We live in a world of speed, Doc. You see someone on Instagram hit 1 million followers overnight. You hear about a 22-year-old making millions off crypto. You scroll through success stories like they're fast food menus, and you think, why not me? Why is it taking me so long? Here's the truth. Most of what you see is a highlight reel. That he might have been learning and failing for 5 years before that win. That viral influencer she probably posted every single day for 4 years before she blew up. But you didn't see that part. You didn't see the years of nothingness, of obscurity, of almost quitting. Because patience isn't sexy. Patience doesn't get likes. But patience wins.
There's a story from nature I want you to remember. The Chinese bamboo tree. When you plant a bamboo seed, nothing happens in the first year, nothing in the second year, still nothing in year 3. Year 4, nothing again. Can you imagine that? 4 years, no progress, no reward. But in the 5th year, something incredible happens. The bamboo tree grows 80 feet in just 6 weeks. Now let me ask you, did the tree really grow in 6 weeks? No. It was growing underground the whole time, building a root system strong enough to support explosive growth. And that's you right now. You're building roots, invisible progress, silent strength, underground greatness. Don't mistake it for failure. You're not stuck. You're becoming unshakable.
Every successful person you admire, they had to wait. Let's name a few. Steve Jobs was fired from Apple before returning to lead it to greatness. Oprah Winfrey was told she was unfit for television. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison before becoming president of South Africa. Now ask yourself, would you still believe if you had to wait 5 years, 10 years, 27? Would you still rise? Because the greats don't give up during the wait. They get wiser, stronger, and hungrier.
Let's clear something up. Patience is not about sitting back and hoping. It's about working while waiting, grinding while growing, preparing while praying. You don't just wait your way to success. You show up. You stay consistent. You learn. You adjust. You evolve. Patience means you don't stop just because the reward is taking its sweet time. You know it's coming. So you keep doing your part. And when that moment finally arrives, when the opportunity knocks, you're ready, because patience made you prepared.
Impatience is sneaky. It sounds like it's been too long. Maybe this isn't for me. Everyone else is ahead of me. What if I'm wasting my time? These voices will whisper in your ear late at night. They'll creep in after a failure. They'll scream when progress is slow. But don't listen, because impatience makes you quit too soon. And success doesn't belong to the fastest, it belongs to the most faithful. Every time you choose patience, you quiet that voice. You remind yourself, I don't chase timelines, I chase excellence.
Let's get practical. There are 2 kinds of patience you need.
Micro patience, day to day. When things don't go as planned, when you're stuck in traffic, when your post doesn't get views, when your business isn't growing this week, that micro patience keeps you grounded in the moment. It says, it's okay. Keep showing up, keep learning, keep trusting. Macro patience, big picture, the vision, the 5-year plan. The dream that takes time. Macro patience says, don't give up. The story isn't over. You need both. You hustle hard in the short term, but you stay patient in the long term. You don't demand success now. You prepare for it patiently.
Every time you wait, you're training something deeper. Your self-control, your discipline, your resilience, your grit, patience turns you into someone who can be trusted with greatness. You learn to be calm under pressure. You learn to separate emotions from action. You become a master of yourself now, a victim of your urges. And that kind of control, it's rare, it's powerful. That's what makes you unstoppable.
This doesn't just apply to careers. Patience is key in relationships too. Sometimes the right person comes at the wrong time. Sometimes you're the right person, but you're still healing. Sometimes you rush love and end up with regret. Let it unfold. Don't force people to understand you. Don't beg to be chosen. Don't chase what isn't ready. Let patience filter your life, because the right things take time, and the wrong things crumble under pressure.
Life comes in seasons. There's a season to sow, and a season to reap, a season to prepare, and a season to perform. If you're in the sowing season right now, working hard with no reward, don't panic. Your season of harvest is coming. But here's the catch. If you stop sowing now, you'll never reap later. So keep going. Even if it's slow, even if no one notices, even if you're tired. Especially if you're tired. Because that's when most people quit, and that's exactly when you rise.
Let's talk science for a second. Studies show that people who practice delayed gratification, like in the famous marshmallow test, can end up with better life outcomes, more success, better relationships, greater health. Why? Because patience your brain. It teaches you to manage stress, to resist temptation, to think long term. Every time you wait with grace, you're becoming a better thinker, leader, and human being. You're not just waiting for success. You're becoming someone who deserves it.
Fast success is loud and flashy, but patient success, it lasts. It's not built on luck, it's built on layers of work, years of discipline, and deep roots of growth. Anyone can go viral, but not everyone can build something that matters. Patience gives your life substance. And one day, when people ask how you did it, you won't just say, I worked hard. You'll say, I waited, I trusted, I endured, and that is a legacy worth leaving. If today you feel frustrated, if your dream feels distant, if your heart is weary, remember, this is not the end. This is the middle. This is the part of the story no one sees, but it's the part that shapes everything. So hold the line. Stand your ground. Keep believing. Because what's yours is already on the way. It's just waiting for you to be ready. And your readiness is built through patience. You are not forgotten. You are not delayed. You are not stuck. You are growing, even if the world can't see it yet. So breathe. Be still. And trust the process. Because in a world that glorifies speed, the one who learns to wait will always win. Let's be honest. Waiting hurts. Waiting in uncertainty. Waiting in silence. Waiting without answers. Patience isn't just about time, it's about how you carry pain during that time. Think of the heartbreaks you've endured, the goals you've chased for years, the moments you cried alone, wondering, when will it be my turn? That's where patience is born, not in comfort, but in conflict. You learn to breathe through the ache. You learn to stand even while you're breaking. You learn to walk through fire without turning to ash. This is why the patient are powerful. They've suffered, but they didn't surrender. They've fallen, but they kept faith. They've been overlooked, underestimated, delayed, and still They rise dots, so if your patience is tested by pain right now, let me remind you, you're not being punished. You're being prepared. When you hear the word patience, maybe you think of calmness, stillness, serenity. But true patience is war. It's fighting the urge to quit. It's battling your own doubts, your own demons, your own deadlines. It's waking up every day and choosing discipline over comfort. It's resisting the easy path and staying loyal to your vision, even when nobody claps for you. And here's the truth. Most people won't make it, not because they lack talent, but because they lack time tolerance. They want results fast, but greatness doesn't run on their clock. That's why the few who stay in the fight, long after others tap out, they become legends. So if you're still here, still pushing, still dreaming, you're already a warrior. Now stay in the fight. Let's break one of the most dangerous lies impatience tells you. If it's taking the long, maybe it's not meant for me. That lie ruins dreams. Delay does not mean denial. Sometimes the delay is the training ground. You think the opportunity is avoiding you, but really, it's giving you time to get stronger, wiser, sharper. Sometimes the delay is divine. Sometimes the no is protection. Sometimes the not yet is a blessing. Because if you got what you wanted too soon, you might not have been ready for it. You would have fumbled it. You would have lost it. You would have collapsed under the weight of something meant to be carried by a future version of you. So don't confuse a slow season with a lost cause. The blessing is still yours. It's just marinating. Patience isn't passive. It's not about sitting and hoping. It's about actively preparing. Let me ask you, are you reading while you wait? Are you training while you wait? Are you refining your craft while you wait? Are you healing, learning, and growing while you wait? Patience isn't an excuse to pause your life. It's an invitation to become so strong, so complete, that when the door opens, you don't just walk through it, you run through it. So don't just wait. Work. Don single quotes. Just hope. Hustle. The day will come. But will you be ready?
Comparison is the thief of patience. You scroll through timelines. You see people younger than you, richer than you, happier than you, and something inside you whispers, you're falling behind. But here's the truth. You're not behind. You're on your own timeline. No one else has your history. No one else has your scars. No one else has your assignment. So why should anyone else's timeline apply to you? Flowers bloom at different times. Stars shine at different hours. You weren't meant to move like everyone else. Your pace is sacred. Your path is unique. Honor in a world where everything is fast money, fast fame, fast love. Patience becomes a test of authenticity. Real relationships take time to build. Real success takes time to earn. Real character takes time to shape. So, if you want something that lasts, let it grow slow. Fast things burn out. Slow things build roots. The things worth having are the ones worth waiting for. Because what's easy to get is often easy to lose. But what you earn with patience, that becomes part of you. That's yours forever. Let's go deeper. Patience is not just a mental skill, it's a spiritual act. It says, I don't need proof to keep believing. I don't need results to stay committed. I don't need applause to stay faithful. Patience says, I trust the process, even when it's silent. Because when you have patience, you're not just working for a result. You're partnering with something bigger. Call it God, call it the universe, call it destiny. Whatever you believe, it's moving behind the scenes. It's aligning people, opportunities, lessons, all for your becoming. You don't have to force it. You just have to keep walking. Here's the part I need you to hold close. There will come a moment, maybe weeks from now, maybe years, where everything clicks, where the pain will suddenly make sense, where the silence will suddenly feel sacred, where the delays will suddenly feel divine, where you will look back at the version of you that didn't quit and say, thank you for holding on, thank you for being patient when it hurt, because now the vision is real. Now the door has opened. Now the reward has arrived, and it will be worth every second you waited. Let this be your final reminder. So many people give up right before the miracle. Right before the break, right before the shift, right before the door creaks open. They let go too soon, but not you. You've come too far to quit now. You've cried too many nights to walk away now. You've built too much to throw it all away. Hold on, stand tall. Because the ones who hold on through the waiting, through the winter, through the silence, through the storm, they're the ones who inherit the sunrise. And your sunrise is coming.
So from this moment forward, let your patience be louder than your fear. Let your discipline be deeper than your doubt. Let your roots run so deep that no delay can shake you. Because in the story of your life, patience will be the key that unlocked. It all. Breathe in, let go. And walk forward with calm, fierce, unstoppable faith. Your time is coming. Stay ready. Stay patient. Let's bring it all down to earth. You've heard the speeches. You've felt the fire. You understand the power of patience. But what does patience actually look like in the real world? It looks like not reacting to every rude comment or setback, choosing to have a difficult conversation without exploding, waiting for results in your business or fitness while you keep showing up daily, watching others succeed while you silently prepare for your own time. Patience is not something you just feel. It's something you practice. It's not always calm. Sometimes it's messy. Sometimes it's frustrating. But every time you choose not to break, not to rush, not to give in, you are living proof that patience is your power. There are 3 levels of patience you must master to become unshakable. Level 1, patience with results. This is where most people struggle. You start a goal. You work hard, and nothing. No reward, no recognition, no breakthrough. Here's the truth. Most meaningful results take months, years, even decades. Are you willing to stay in the game long enough? Will you post 200 videos before one goes viral? Will you train for 3 years before you see elite level change? Level 1 asks, can you be loyal to the process, not just the outcome? Relationships are messy. People are unpredictable. Misunderstandings are common. Can you be patient with those who don't grow at your pace? Can you forgive those who disappoint you? Can you love people for who they are, not who you expect them to be? Patience with people means letting go of the need to control, fix, or rush them. You focus on your path and let them walk theirs. This is the hardest level. It means forgiving yourself for past mistakes, allowing yourself to heal one day at a time, accepting your flaws while still working to improve. You are not a robot. You will stumble, you will doubt, you will relapse. But real growth happens when you stop punishing yourself and start walking with yourself. Patiently. You become your own ally.
You're not just learning patience for yourself, you're modeling it for your kids, your family, your friends, your followers. But how do you teach patience when the world glorifies shortcuts? You become it. You show that slow growth is still growth. You normalize silence, effort, and resilience. You remind people that depth matters more than speed. You become the calm in the storm, a quiet example of strength that doesn't need attention. And trust me, people notice. They won't always say it, but they'll watch how you move. And one day, someone will say, you helped me believe that waiting was worth it. Let's talk about a few powerful situations where patience becomes a superpower. During failure, when everything goes wrong, patience allows you to pause, learn, and rebuild stronger. Be in conflict when emotions are high. Patience helps you respond, not react. That difference can save relationships. See, when you're misunderstood, you could argue, or you could patiently let the truth speak over time. It always does. D, in financial goals, so you won't build wealth overnight. Patience keeps you investing, learning, and staying disciplined when others give up. E, in building confidence, so you don't become confident in 1 week. You earn it over time by keeping promises to yourself, even the small ones. Silence, stillness, reflection. These are the invisible practices that strengthen your patience muscle. We live in a loud world. Scrolls, notifications, opinions, noise. But if you can learn to sit in silence, you unlock a superpower, because silence reveals what rushing hides. Your deepest fears, your next right move, your real worth without applause. Practice being okay with quiet. That's where patience lives. Not everyone needs to know what you're building. Let your results speak. Be so consistent, so calm, so patient, that people look at your life and think, they didn't rush, they didn't chase, but somehow they arrived. You don't need to beg for your moment. You don't need to announce your every move. Just build quietly. Let your patience create a story worth remembering. When doubt creeps in, when it feels like nothing's working, when you want to quit, say this to yourself: I'm not here for quick wins. I'm here to become unstoppable. Slow progress is still progress. Everything I'm going through is shaping me for what I've asked for. I trust the timing of my life. And if all else fails, breathe, rest, and start again tomorrow. That alone is a victory.
So take a deep breath for every door that hasn't opened yet, for every dream still on hold, for every quiet day you showed up anyway. You are not behind, you are being prepared. And when it finally comes, you won't just be ready, you'll be worthy. So hold the line. Your time is not just coming, it's already on the way. Here's a truth most people avoid. Patience isn't something you use occasionally, it's a way of life. It's a mindset, a soul posture, a quiet daily choice. You don't just wait once, you wait while you keep moving. You wait while staying grounded. You wait without bitterness. It becomes the way you breathe, the way you think, the way you treat people, the way you hold your power without forcing it. Patience is the ultimate lifestyle for those building something eternal. Because quick success is loud, but lasting success, that's built by people who walk slow, but never stop walking. Everywhere you go, the world shouts, hurry up, you're falling behind, you're wasting time. Look how far ahead they are. And every time you absorb that pressure, you start to feel like something's wrong with you. You start questioning your timing, your choices, your entire journey. But remember, you don't owe the world your speed. You owe the world your depth, your integrity, your peace, your grounded energy in a culture addicted to speed. The pressure to rush is the enemy of peace. And patience is how you push back. It's how you say, I trust myself. I don't need to panic. I grow at my own pace. In that kind of mindset, it makes you unbreakable. Let's talk about something deeper than goals and discipline. Let's talk about faith. Patience is one of the highest forms of faith because it says, I don't see it yet, but I believe it's coming. I don't have it yet, but I know I'm being shaped for it. I'm not in control of the timing, but I'm in control of my trust. When you wait patiently, you're surrendering the ego's need for control. You're trusting something larger than yourself. Whether you call that God, the universe, divine timing, or destiny, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you're not panicking, you're not forcing, you're standing in quiet, holy expectation. That's not weakness, that's spiritual strength.
Let's talk about healing. Whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, healing always takes time. But the world rushes you. Move on already. You should be over this. Why are you still hurting? And you start to wonder, what's wrong with me? Nothing. Healing is not linear. You are allowed to cry for something that happened years ago. You are allowed to still feel it. Patience in healing means letting the pain come in waves, giving yourself permission to rest, not rushing. Your return to normal, and most importantly, not comparing your healing timeline to anyone else's. Your heart is sacred, and sacred things take time. Let's face it, sometimes you'll look around and feel like everyone else is ahead. They're married, they bought a house, they got promoted, they found their purpose, and you, still figuring things out, still starting over, still feeling behind. But let me remind you of something. You are not behind. You're just walking a different route. You're learning lessons others never had to face. You're building depth others may never touch. And most of all, you're not skipping steps just to impress people. You're doing it right, slow, intentional, patient. And in the long run, that always wins. There's a phrase I want you to tattoo onto your mindset. Not yet. It's just 2 words, but they can transform everything. You didn't fail. You didn't miss it. You didn't lose. It's just not yet. That's what patience says every time the world says no. You didn't get the job? Not yet. Your art hasn't gone viral? Not yet. The right partner hasn't come into your life? Not yet. It's not over. It's on the way. Let not yet be your new way of holding space for hope. The greatest meals? Not microwaved. The greatest art? Not rushed. The greatest leaders? Not born overnight. Greatness is slow cooked. It takes time. Time to evolve. Time to find your voice. Time to become unshakable. If you're rushing greatness, you're killing it. Patience is what keeps the fire low, but steady. You're simmering. And when your time comes, you'll taste flavor that shortcuts will never know.
People remember the loud butts, they respect the patient. They remember the ones who stayed calm during chaos. The ones who kept showing up quietly, no drama, no desperation. The ones who trusted the long game. Let patience become your legacy. Let your life say, I didn't rush. I didn't chase. I built something that lasted because fast is loud, but quiet is eternal. Here's something powerful. Patience and peace are best friends. When you're patient, you stop overthinking. You stop chasing what's not yours. You stop exhausting yourself trying to control everything. And what's left? Peace. You start sleeping better. You start breathing easier. You start enjoying the moment, not just rushing through it. So if peace is what you want, patience is how you get there. This is your final reminder. There will be a day soon where everything makes sense, where the waiting ends, where the breakthrough comes, where all the pieces fit. Don't break the day before that happens. Don't walk away because it feels SLOWTHA, tease the test. That's the moment most people fail. But you know now. You've mastered this. You understand that delay is not denial. And patience is the key to everything eternal. So, keep holding on. You're not waiting for something small. You're preparing for something massive, and it's already on its way. Let your life preach patience. Let your energy teach peace. Let your story be proof that the quiet path is the strongest one. And one day, people will ask you, how did you do it? And you'll smile and say, I didn't chase. I didn't rush. I just trusted the process. Because now you know patience was the key all along.